Chicos, chicas, ¿cómo están? ¿Qué os cuenta la vida? Aquí Epilogo novio para el canal. Esta vez estamos en otro episodio más de Genshin Impact. Y bueno, si recuerdas en el episodio anterior, nos hemos hecho ya la parte final de la misión de Sumeru. Nos hemos enfrentado a Skara, hemos salvado al Irminsul. Y solamente nos queda una cosa por hacer, que es acabar el epílogo del epílogo del epílogo. Lo he dicho 3 veces porque son... No, deberían ser 4. Del epílogo, ya está. Estos son todos los epílogos que tenemos que hacer. Porque, hermanos, ya estamos por acabar esta historia, ya estamos por ser libres e independientes. Y de paso decir un poco lo que pienso de toda esta vaina de Sumeru y cómo se ha desarrollado todo. Hello, Coley. Buen día.
I prepared some breakfast today. Please have a taste. I hope you'll like it.
No me gustan las cosas verdes de desayuno.
It's nice to have you here so we can eat something yummy.
Well, now that I've recovered from Elizar, I'm feeling better than ever. I can even prepare 4 or 5 meals a day now.
And Paimon bets they're all delicious.
Asumo, aunque a mí no me gusta mucho la comida vegana, pero...
By the way, someone brought a letter for you after you went to sleep last night.
Paimon no la abrió.
No, Paimon wanted to read the letter with you after you woke up. So Paimon didn't open it. All right, let's read it now.
Bien, hora de lectura.
Oh, it's from Nilu.
Fuck.
We're going to hold a feast at the Grand Bazaar and celebrate Sino's reinstatement as the General Mahamatra.
Ah, mira tú, qué bueno.
As heroes of Sumeru, please be sure to attend. I'll wait for you. The date of the banquet is written on the back. It's in 2 days.
Oh, I've also heard that you've become heroes here as well. That's amazing.
Se hace lo que se puede. De hecho, me parece curioso cómo es que terminamos considerados héroes en la ciudad de Sumeru y también en Luigi. Y ambos son como los lugares pares de la historia. No sé si me dejo entender.
Sometimes I'm really envious of strong and confident people like you.
¿Tú igual, Coley?
Oh, you're embarrassing me.
Anyway, let's go to the Grand Bazaar to have a look.
Oh, before you leave, be sure to inform Master Tainari.
Ya, tenemos que hablar con Tigna de todas maneras. Un brindis por la victoria. Habla con Tignari. Tengo que dirigirme por allá. Allí está el Tignaris, por lo que veo. ¡Hey, yo!
Good morning. How do you feel today?
We feel much better. How about you?
¿Ya está mejor tu herida? ¿No estás todo acalambrado, quemado, cualquier otra wea que se crean los médicos?
I'm recovering well. Thanks for asking.
But from the looks of it, you seem to be already busy with work again.
It's fine. I'm not that busy, really. The Elizar patients have recovered, as well as Hypatia. For now, I only need to tend to my forest watcher duties.
It seems once Irminsul started getting better, everything else started to recover too.
Yes, but there are still some residual effects.
Obviamente, de algo se tiene que hacer luego de que acabe todo. O sea, no creía que de verdad se iba a desaparecer todas esas cosas de color gris. Bueno, de hecho, color pálido, amarillento, que hay por las zonas de Sumeru. Pero ya que...
The withering is one example. Though it won't spread anymore, the existing zones won't just disappear. We forest rangers will still need to do the work.
Igual, gracias por ocuparte de un trabajo tan duro. La Greta Thunberg está orgullosa de ustedes.
By the way, we have some good news. Sino got his position back.
Así es, habrá más plata para cazar. ¿Por qué carajos dije
This
eso?
news is hardly new. He had already mentioned it to me before.
Ah,
Huh? You mean he was already here? Why didn't he come to say hi to us?
porque estamos dormidos.
He visited once, but he was afraid of disturbing you while you were
Exacto.
resting. He just asked me a few questions and left.
¿Tú crees que Sino va a interrumpir algo tan sagrado como es la hora de dormir?
And you probably already know all about the celebration feast.
Celebration feast? No, I haven't heard anything about that.
Huh? But didn't Nilu say in her letter that they would celebrate Sino? He didn't tell you?
Debe ser una sorpresa entonces.
Perhaps, or alternatively, he doesn't know about it either.
Come to think of it, Sino doesn't seem like the type who'd enjoy a celebration feast.
Por eso, de seguro es una sorpresa.
You and Kale are both Sino's close friends. Why don't you come to the feast with us?
Ajá.
Kala has taken over some of my tasks these days. I don't think she'll have time for it. not to mention me.
¡Uh!
You see, some VIPs have come to the forest recently.
¿Ya?
Huh? VIPs? Very important Paimons?
Well, technically speaking, they are former VIPs. The sages involved in recent incidents have begun their training in the Avidia forest, and the people they had previously imprisoned have all been released.
Huh?
Tu profe se encuentra bien. Está muerto, duro, frío.
Yes, he's a little weak, but he isn't injured and his
Ay,
condition
ay, ay,
is
ay.
stable.
Pensé que estaba muerto el hijo de puta.
Lesser Lord Kusanali, in her boundless mercy, has decided to spare Azar and the other wrongdoers. Supposedly, they were ashamed of their shallow ideologies and have decided to dedicate the rest of their lives to cultivating wisdom in the Avidia forest.
Supposedly, allegedly, como diría el Sat Niangi.
When they learned that Lesser Lord Kusanali had defeated the Balladeer and saved Irminsul, they were shocked at first, but also became happy, feeling that the sacred light guiding them on the path of discovering wisdom had begun to shine once again. As a result, work has increased for the forest rangers.
That sounds really exhausting.
There's nothing we can do, really.
Ya me imagino.
But that's another topic. Back to the matter at hand. Are you two planning to head out?
Sí.
Ah, right! We're here to request permission to head out. Would that be okay?
You've recovered well. You may go, but be careful.
Yay! Will do!
Muy bien, en ese caso esperemos 2 días, bueno, dirigirnos al Gran Bazar, porque parece que ahí ya nos mandarán a hacer unos ciertos días y encargos. De hecho, tendría que hacer estos encargos ahora que lo pienso. Espera, ¿eso significa que va a estar un símbolo de color morado molestándome el resto de la trayectoria? No, parece que no, ya me estaba preocupando por eso. En serio, qué bonito ST se han elegido para lo que es esta zona de la ciudad de Sumeru. No como el otro que tiene un montón de trompetas y me rompe los tímpanos. Y cuando están en plena cinemática con esa música, la verdad es que yo no sé qué hacer. Pues bueno, detalles de un editor, de un creador de contenido, que a nadie le importa, seamos honestos.
Well, there won't be any problems if the feast starts at that time. Everything has already been prepared.
Mr. Zubair, I finished telling things up here. Well, except for the guests.
Is a simple reply really that much to ask of our guests?
Yes.
It's affecting our arrangements.
Oh, it'll be fine. Besides, it never hurts to get things ready in advance.
I was thinking the same thing. The feast will be held sooner or later, right?
Hey, Nilu!
A los siglos.
Traveler, Paimon,
We got your letter, so here we are!
you're the best. The other guests haven't even replied yet.
Vaya, no sabía que en Sumeru todos eran racistas.
Huh? Are we the only ones that have arrived?
Yeah, I had someone deliver letters to all of our guests. But maybe everyone is still busy with other things.
Look, I get it. Sumeru is in an extremely important period of transition right now, but even if your friends are important figures, they shouldn't just ignore your request like this.
Estamos hablando del gran juez, el gran Maharaja, Sino, el más sinoriante de todos los tiempos.
Nilu is Sumeru's #1 celebrity after all.
Oh, genial, uno de estos.
You have no idea how happy I am to talk to people with good taste.
Supongo que el jeque Zubair es el pana de todos los Sims de Nilo y eso no tiene nada de malo.
If you consider enjoying Nilu's dances having good taste, then almost everybody has good taste.
Pero a mí también me gusta la danza, así que no hay ningún problema.
Because Paimon thinks everybody will love her performance.
That's right. We all think she's amazing too. Nilu is an absolute favorite among those of us who frequent the Grand Bazaar. For Outlanders, you have a great eye. Master Zubair, let's have a vote for the most outstanding audience members next time. I think these two may win.
Como que una votación para seleccionar a los mejores espectadores. ¿No debería ser una votación para seleccionar a los mejores? Y ahí es donde comienza el OST que no me gusta, porque me rompe los tímpanos y me hace la vida imposible para hablar.
Nonsense. It is not for us to determine the value of an audience. But indeed, we could try giving gifts to people with particularly good taste. I heard there's a device in Fontaine called a camera
Yo ya tengo
that can
de
record
esos.
people's appearances as pictures. Such pictures would make superb gifts.
Ooh, good idea. I wonder where we can
Yo
find
tengo
one.
uno. Bueno, dos en realidad.
I don't want you giving pictures of me to everyone. I'm satisfied just being able to perform here.
There's always a lot going on at the Grand Bazaar.
Yeah, and that's why I love it here. Traveler and Paimon, could you help confirm if the letters were actually delivered? If for some reason they didn't receive the letters, then please tell everyone that there will be a feast here.
Iremos a comprobarlo, no hay ninguna preocupación.
Yeah, we can also check out how everything in Sumeru is going now.
En todo caso, ¿dónde se encuentra todo el mundo?
When I wrote the letters, I heard that Dia was in Port Ormos, and Alhaitham was at the Academia.
Puerto Ormos Academia. Ok,
As for Sino,
anotado.
We've only heard that he appears at the Academia from time to time.
Sí, pero ese es un maquete dedicado a él. Él no tiene por qué enterarse.
I'm not too sure about Rahman's whereabouts. My guess is that he's with Dia.
Posiblemente.
As for Dunyarzad, I just hope she's feeling better. I sent her a letter, but I was afraid of disturbing her. If you have time, please ask about her for me.
Okay, got it. Let's go, Traveler.
Vale, 3 lugares claves. Y de seguro me mandarán a uno de ellos. Pregunto la camina por el pabellón de Hacen todavía me ponen. Que de seguro ninguno de ellos sabrán. No voy a estar siguiendo caminos. Yo creo mi propio camino. Como cuando estaba en Yuyo. Y ya no me permiten caminar más de aquí. A ver, ¿aquí? Sí, ahora sí me permiten escalar. ¿Qué vamos? Seguir un camino es para débiles. Los hombres de verdad escalan. Vale, por aquí es la entrada de la academia. Y yo ya estoy en la parte de arriba del toro. Ojalá aquí haya un cofre. Porque no creo que por las cuevas... Vale, aquí ya no se puede escalar más. Ah. F por eso. Sí, no se puede escalar más. Nope. Entonces vayamos nomás a la entrada. Ah. Vale, con cuidado. Que esto puede ser que me caiga, me quito la vida. Pero tampoco quiero caerme del toro, ¿sabes, no? Porque si no, tener que hacer todo esto de nuevo. Al final, no sé dónde chucha está el cofre este de miércoles. Pero que me lo voy a robar, me lo voy a robar. Se ha abierto la puerta otra vez.
We haven't seen Alhaitham anywhere. Let's ask that person over there.
Eso me recuerda cuando en Pokémon Esmeralda iniciabas tu aventura y no estaba el profesor allí. Y te decían que tenías que irte a la ruta. De seguro nos van a decir eso, ¿verdad? Que nos tenemos que dirigir a la ruta en donde lo está atacando un fucking zigzagoon o pochiena, dependiendo de qué juego estés jugando. En Esmeralda era un zigzagoon, en Rubí y Zafiro era un pochiena.
Yes, it seems Scribe Alhaitham has gone to the house of Dana. You should be able to find him there. But you're already the second group of people I've seen looking for him today. He must be quite the busy man.
Oh? Who else was looking for him?
Mr. Cave was just here asking about him. You wouldn't
Cave.
believe how terrible their relationship is. And you two are here.
Es que Cabe, vamos, Cabe es Cabe.
Don't tell me everyone's here looking
Excava.
to gossip about the sages.
¿Qué pendejas estoy diciendo ahora? ¿Nosotros qué va?
No way. We're strictly here on business.
Ah, I see. Sorry, I thought maybe everyone's as interested in rumors about the sages as I am.
Nosotros no somos chismosos, hijo de puta. Vaya persona más molesta con la que lidiar. Vale, entra en Casa de la Arena para buscar al Hacen, que es justamente la librería más grande en la historia de Sumeru. Vayamos justamente allí, enfrente. ¡Ya acabé! ¡Ya llegó el lecheo! Así como diría el bananero. Cabe, Hacen, ¿estás ahí? ¡Ya llegó el Hacen! Ya llegó el lechero. Y no es Cabe, sino yo, el Traveler. Vale, está allí leyendo un libro. ¿Y ese es Cabe? Bro, no pensé que aparecería tan temprano en la historia.
Alhaitham should be around here somewhere, right?
Pensé que aparecería recién después de que acabase todo este tema de la wea de Sumeru.
Oh, he's over there. But it looks like he might not have time for us.
Está ocupado hablando con otra persona.
Just put down that worthless book and tell me what happened in the academia.
Un montón de cosas, Cabe, pero no hay tiempo para explicarte.
This is not just some worthless book. Do you have any idea how difficult it is to find a physical book like this in Sumeru?
It doesn't matter. It's probably just another thing that you used your authority to get your hands on anyway. Just put it aside. Listen, I came back today only to hear that the sages have disappeared.
Let's fucking go!
Oh, you sound surprised. I thought you would already know the inside story.
Alhacen es fucking Cabe. Él no sabe nada.
Would I be here asking you if I knew? You're the scribe, not me. So just tell me what you know already.
Well, I almost became a sage.
Ah,
Huh?
Oh, don't sound too surprised now. You're the renowned Kaveh, light of the Ksharawar. Besides, as a master builder and craftsman, chances are you'll be appointed as a sage too.
nah, no creo. La cara ya estaría acabando su propia tumba si lo hace.
Why do I feel like you don't really mean it?
Aunque, pensándolo bien, tal vez sí termine siendo un sabio. Al fin y al cabo, no puedes matar a aquello que está muerto.
What makes you say that? Why would you question my heartfelt sincerity?
Maybe it's because you've never said anything good about me before.
Yeah, well, I share a similar sentiment, and anyone who knows you as well as I do would surely do the same.
You see? This is why I hate discussing anything with you. Your ridiculous and arrogant attitude always gets in the way.
It seems that you really can't stand my personality.
Ha! What was your first clue?
Well, then you might as well move out of my house.
Are you threatening me? Stooping to a new low, I see. Ugh, and don't change the subject. You, a sage? What a joke. The academia might as well just close tomorrow.
Número 1, la academia ya de por sí está arruinada. Número 2, me agrada cómo él está allí al fondo del todo en plan... mamá, los flacos están peleándose.
Are they having a fight?
No, pendeja, están teniendo un debate tranquilo de la Universidad Católica del Perú. Veamos cómo termina la cosa, tampoco tenemos prisa.
Forget what's going on with the academia. Haven't you been busy with your construction project? Tell me, when are you going to build yourself a mansion?
Don't get me started. I get angry just thinking about it.
¿Qué pasa? ¿No tienes los materiales para hacer la obra?
So, what great building did our master architect work on this time?
Like I need to tell you. Keep your nose out of my business.
No, I think we deserve to know. Where were you when Sumeru needed you most?
¿Verdad? ¿Dónde chucha estaba Cabe cuando Sumeru no estaba bajo ataque y demás?
I was in the desert for a large project, but considering Haravatat's utter ignorance of architectural and aesthetic matters, you probably wouldn't understand. Which is truly unfortunate. I can only pity the man who doesn't understand the first thing about beauty and romance.
Por dos,
Unlike a true-
Cabe. Estabas por decir algo, disculpa por interrumpirte, pero me vale checallampa tu opinión. Estaba a punto de decir de que al menos yo no entiendo el arte, pero al menos entiendo por qué existe. Eso ya dice bastante sobre mí.
Wait a second. What do you mean by when Sumeru needed me most?
Well, while you were out fiddling around in the desert, many people came together to save Sumeru from a crisis.
Ha! And you think I'd believe that?
Oye, Cabe, una pregunta seria. ¿Has tenido en la casa todo ese tiempo que has estado de vacaciones buscando inspiración para cualquiera que sea la obra que tú tienes? Porque si no, ahí tenemos la contra perfecta para Heitem. Ya que yo me acuerdo de que la misma Najida ha pedido ayuda a todos los habitantes de Sumeru para que podamos partir de la madre a Escara. Y que yo sepa, no se infiere si es que ha habido una sugerencia de tu parte de cómo derrotar a ese hijo de puta.
Look, all you really need to know is that Azar and all his accomplices have all been overthrown.
Huh? What nonsense are you talking about?
It's no skin off my nose if you don't believe me. It's not like my Darshan was the one trying to apply for funding from the Grand Sage. Yours, though, on the other hand...
You know what? I'll ask around. I'm sure someone knows what's going on here. You're dead if I find out you're lying to me.
Y se marchó, y su barco se llamó Libertad. Vaya tremenda discusión que has tenido con el compadre, ¿no es así, Heisen? No creo que vayas a estar de la misma manera conmigo.
Oh, it's you two. What's the matter?
We're running some errands for Nilu. Have you received her letter?
Letter?
Nilu said she sent out a letter inviting everyone to a celebration feast in 2 days at the Grand Bazaar. We'll also be celebrating Zino's reinstatement as General Mahamatra.
Entiendo que te caiga mal Sino, pero al menos él no es KB.
If she addressed the letter to all Hatham of the Academia, then the letter should have gone to my office. I've been busy these days, so I haven't had time to check for any new mail at my office. I only now have some free time to attend to personal matters.
Have you always been so busy with your work?
Of course not. I'm only busy these days because several sages have been dismissed recently and the whole Academia was practically turned upside down.
Kainari told us they all went to train in the Avidia Forest. Apparently they will spend the rest of their lives there.
That is already the best possible ending for the likes of them.
Sí, yo hubiera elegido el camino de la muerte.
4 of the 6 great sages were possessed by their desire for power and attempted to create a new god. In order to pull it off, they even imprisoned the other 2 rational sages. To imagine such things could take place in the Academia.
Eso de
I
6
don't know where to
sabios
begin.
suena bastante ultrapoderoso. Como ya de por sí un triunvirato da miedo, imagínate un doble triunvirato.
Yeah, you're right. Huh.
Bitriunvirato.
Feels kind of strange to hear them called that after all this time. But then again, the 6 great schools sounded pretty impressive too.
Confirmo.
Yes, at least that's how they're supposed to sound. It's said that when the Academia was first founded, the Dendro Archon herself established the 6 great schools, each representing one of the 6 different types of wisdom.
Matemática, comunicación, biología, bueno, ciencias así verdes, por así decirlo, historia, religión, allí voy 5, y la otra de seguro es sociales, I guess.
Numerous Darshans have sprung up and faded. Only the 6 Darshans, attaching themselves to the 6 great schools, have stood the test of time
No,
and
weón.
obtained permanent seats in the Academia.
Arte. La otra que queda es el arte, que es otro tipo de conocimiento.
Now, the 6 Darshans are nearly synonymous with the 6 great schools, and the leaders selected for the schools are the 6 great sages. Among the 6 great sages, there is one central leader, the Grand Sage.
Que pertenece a una de las escuelas.
Unfortunately, only the sages from Vahumana and Amorta remain now. They were imprisoned for opposing Azar, and were only rescued after Azar's downfall.
Vale, biología sí sé lo que es la ciencia que estudia la vida, es el curso que menos me gustaba en el colegio. Ahora, etiología, ¿qué mierda es etiología? Estudios sobre las causas de las cosas. Ok, eso creo que lo he escuchado en mis clases de psicología.
So who's managing things in the other 4 schools now? Do they need to find someone new?
Yes. Normally, new sages are selected based on a strict set of criteria.
Oh, didn't you just say something about becoming a sage? If they pick you, then we'd have a huge connection in Sumeru.
Paimon siempre veré dónde puede sacar provecho.
Yes, about that. You didn't let me finish my sentence. The person in charge of personnel affairs nominated me to be the Grand Sage in place of Azar and help Lesser Lord Kusanali manage the Academia. But I refused.
¿Y eso por qué lo hiciste?
Why? Ugh, can't you be a little more ambitious?
I'm not even interested in being one of the 6 great sages. Like I said before, I don't like being a leader.
Te entiendo, es muy estresante serlo.
Oh, all right. So are you busy these days trying to find others to take the job?
Pero nadie quiere hacerlo.
That's not my job either. I'm only responsible for handling important affairs within the Academia before the new sages take office.
Básicamente, un líder temporal.
And the first thing I'll do is reject Kasharawar's application for funding.
Oye,
By the way, who was that other person just now? Is he your friend?
Do we look like friends?
sí, pero a la vez no.
Paimon doesn't know. That's why Paimon's asking.
His name is Kaveh, my roommate. You could say he's the representative for Ksharawar scholars,
Hoy tengo la impresión de que no se creyó nada de lo que le dijiste.
which is exactly why he always has so many problems.
So everything that's happened recently must be a huge change for the people of Sumeru.
Agradezco que te hayas esforzado tanto estos días.
Such is the work of the Academia Scribe.
Well, anyway, no matter how busy you are, since you are our planner, remember to attend the celebration feast in 2 days.
All right. I'll see you there.
Pero verte allí. Vale, ahora nos queda dirigirnos al puerto de Ormuz, pero para eso tenemos que salir primero de este lugar. Llegamos al puertillo de Ormuz. El puertillo que me recuerda bastante al puerto del Callao, aunque ni tanto, porque no tenemos un arbolito así recontra gigante allá. Pero funciona. O sea, cumple su función de puerto, de todas maneras. Y aquí el OST también me gusta, pero también tiene ese OST que es el que justamente ahorita está pasando, que también es muy molesto de editar para que no suene tanto y tampoco esto calle bastante los personajes. Saben a lo que me refiero. Igual con el OST que hay allí en la ciudad de Sumeru, que me estaba refiriendo antes. Ahorita va a subir su tonalidad y vamos. Se rompen los oídos.
Now where could...
Ahí está Ruyan Sart.
Is that Paimon I hear?
Huh?
Oh, it's been a while. How are you doing?
Todo recontra bien.
It's been so long since we've seen you.
No os va nada mal. ¿Y tú?
I'm doing well. I can go as far as saying I have never been I don't know if you've heard, but Elazar has completely disappeared, and all the patients have recovered.
Es un fucking milagro.
You kidding? Knowing them and the connections they've got, I'm sure they've heard about it.
Por supuesto. Tú también estás aquí.
That's right. My lady is feeling better now, so I'm accompanying her for a walk.
Why do you still call me that, Dia? You've already informed my father of your resignation.
I guess I'm just used to calling you my lady. Old habits die hard.
Resignation? You mean you're quitting?
Yeah, I might start losing my edge if I keep being a bodyguard for the Homayanis.
You know that my parents and I are fond of you, and that we appreciate you very much. It wouldn't be a problem if you wish to continue to be our bodyguard.
I'm not a woman that's easily persuaded. You should know that by now, my lady. When I took this job, I had already decided that I'd quit as soon as you'd recovered. It's time for me to get back out there and chase that horizon.
Muy buen fondo de pantalla ahí tienes.
So what are you gonna do now if you're not gonna be a bodyguard anymore?
I want to take a risky job and put my body to the test again.
De hecho, idea para un evento futuro. Denme una interacción entre Beiru y Deya. Solo eso digo.
Huh? But we literally just finished one of the most dangerous jobs ever. Are you getting bored already?
I know. If I hadn't joined in that plan with you, I wouldn't have come up with this idea. I guess I still get fired up by that feeling of going all out in a fight. It made me realize that I'm still a mercenary through and through.
All habits die hard, I guess.
Life is short, and I'm happy that I got to be a part of that operation.
Por dos.
But the whole thing also made me realize that there are still many problems in Sumeru. And as a desert dweller, I'm still not completely ready to settle down on this side of the wall.
Well, I remember a friend had someone bring you a message.
You mean I'll hate them? I didn't expect him to still remember that. I thought he was joking.
We just came from talking with Alhaitham at the academia.
Sí, está muy ocupado con cosas administrativas.
Did he tell you that he suggested that I come work at the academia?
No.
What?
Espera, ¿qué? No escuchamos nada al respecto.
I heard that Azar and his cronies fell from power, and Alhaitham told me that now was a good time to find a job in the academia. But only if I wanted to.
Sin ofender de ella, pero que yo sepa en ningún momento de tu lore, sé que era específico que tú has pertenecido a una escuela. Hasta donde yo tengo entendido, toda tu pasado formó parte del desierto y eres el desierto. Y a esa gente, la gente de la academia lo considera inferiores. De hecho, el único superior que ha logrado salir adelante, entre comillas, es Sino, que él sí es un juez, un Mahamatra de todas maneras. De hecho, creo que está en una posición superior a la academia.
Whoa. Paimon can't see you being anything other than a mercenary.
De ella de Durita, créeme, he visto un montón de fanarts donde a ella la ponen como Erurita. Y no os voy a colocar acá porque si no me caen los
But I
artistas.
think Dia would look great dressed up as a scholar.
a matarme con sus poderosísimos 0.05 de daño.
Ugh, forget about it. I wouldn't last 10 seconds in there.
Que no lo subestimen los 0.5 de daños. Los fans de Camila derrotaron a la Heremon Edelgard en el torneo de votos con una bonificación de 2.5. Bueno, menos que eso.
I'll hate them probably just like the way I worked
Estaban
and
perdiendo.
knew I'm good in a fight. So he suggested I find some work in the academia.
But you know, if you take him up on the offer, Sino might actually agree and let you become a Matra. Because you're super amazing.
Maravillosa. Vale. Eso es muy de Sino. Me sorprende que Paimon lo diga.
The Matra have all the talent they need as long as they have Sino. I prefer to be free to live however I choose. In fact, I chose this job from the very start because I knew it'd be right up my alley.
Even if being a mercenary means facing all kinds of danger.
A lion has to return to the wild sooner or later. If anything, being your bodyguard has been unfamiliar territory for me.
I don't want to see you go, but I'll respect your decision.
I'm glad to hear you say that. Come on, no need for the sad face. It's not like we'll never meet again.
La libertad es un rasgo inherente al espíritu de ella, y aún así no es unidad a Nemo.
Once the whole Dendro Archon thing is settled, everything in Sumeru will take a turn for the better. That makes me happy too. But a peaceful society will probably mean less demand for mercenaries like me. Before long, we'll be a dying breed. So I'd better get to work while I still can.
Sí, creo que la profesión de mercenario ya no genera ninguna ganancia hoy en día.
Huh?
Más que nada porque no estamos en tiempos de guerra.
Wait a second. You make it sound like you're leaving now.
¿Y eso qué va a hacer?
Well, no, not yet at least. I promised my lady I'd stick around until next week.
So, have you been in Port Ormos this entire time? We were wondering if you had received a letter from Nilu.
Oh, did Nilu write to us?
She heard that you were seen in Port Ormos, so she sent the letter here.
Huh. It was probably sent to the inn that we're staying at.
Y la posada no recibió la carta.
My lady has been very energetic lately and keeps taking me on hikes, staying out even into the night. By the time we get back, the receptionist is usually off napping on the job.
Right, and we tend to leave quite early in the morning, so the old man on duty is also usually dozing off.
So what it really sounds like is that the person on duty is always asleep.
I bet the letter's at the reception desk. I'll go check later.
No wonder there wasn't a reply. You never received the letter. Good thing Nilu asked us to come and check on that.
Sí, por un momento pensé que una unidad mala esto estaría interrumpiendo el correo y todo eso, pero no, simplemente es que la gente en Sumeru son bien retrasados.
Sorry to make you two come all the way out here.
No es un problema, no hay problema.
It must
Es cosa
be
de todos
something
los días en
important
esta
for
clase de
Nilu to
misiones.
specifically write to us like that.
Yes, she said they were preparing a victory feast in the Grand Bazaar, and will also be celebrating Sino's reinstatement as General Mahamatra. She was hoping you could come.
Great! I'll be sure to attend.
Count me in too. But is there some sort of dress code or anything for the feast? Can I just show up looking like this?
I don't know.
Since it's being organized by Nilu, I don't think she'll be too picky about that. If anything, I think she wants to see us as our most natural selves.
All right, then this is how I'll show up.
The feast will be held in 2 days, so don't forget.
Sure.
Thank you so much for letting us know. We'll see you there.
Oh, by the way, do you happen to know where Sino and Raman are?
The General Mahamatra always comes and goes without a trace. Normally no one knows his whereabouts.
Oh,
But last time we met, he mentioned that he had something to do in Aru village. You can try your luck there. As for Raman, your guess is as good as mine. I only remember he said that he had something to discuss with Sino. You can ask Sino when you meet him.
Gracias, ella.
Don't mention it. You'd better get going.
all right, on to our next stop.
Ojalá te vuelvas mejor unidad en el futuro. Bueno, vayamos a la aldea Dao entonces. Aquí sí no tengo ningún problema con el OST. Todo el OST aquí es bastante chido, bastante hermoso y va todo con el tema del desierto. Debe ser porque yo soy una persona de desiertos. Contrario a los fans de Star Wars, a mí sí me gusta la arena. Ya lo dije antes, si mal me equivoco. A ver, tenemos que ir justamente a la parte de aquí abajo y ahí está nuestro compadre Sino. Sino Manía Going Wild.
It's been a while since we last visited Aru Village.
¿Cuánto tiempo sin vernos?
What brings you here?
We recovered well, and Tanari agreed to let us leave. So now we're out and about again.
It seems Gandharvaville's medical treatment is still as good as ever.
And Tanari is recovering well too.
That's good to hear.
Gracias por llevarnos allí.
Yeah, you're the one who brought us to him when we lost consciousness, right? Thanks for that.
You're welcome. Tainari has excellent medical skills, and Kale is quite attentive. It was the best place for you.
But why are you just standing here like a dead tree?
That tree.
I'm meeting some
Un sapling.
Oh, you mean Candace?
people. I've already talked with Candace and the village chief. They're still at the usual place. You can go there if you'd like to see them. But you know one of the people I'm meeting as well.
Raham.
Oh, by King Deshret's blessing, my friend suddenly appears in the desert. Don't tell me you've run into trouble and need us to help now.
Roman! And, Sataria?
Oh, you know me?
Oh, well, you're pretty famous in the academia.
Sí, no es como que te hayamos dado una crisis emocional de tus orígenes y demás mediante el uso de la posesión de cuerpos.
Don't worry, these are our friends. No need to be so guarded.
I see.
¿Cómo le va todo últimamente?
I'm doing well. Many good things have happened recently.
Same here. Really, I feel that my whole life has started to shine after suddenly finding a new direction.
Oh, tell us everything.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Alright, well, I suppose I should start by saying I've decided to leave the academia.
Bien, Common Setaria W.
What?
Ya no serás una erudita.
It's not that I've given up on being a scholar. Instead, you could say I've found a new identity.
Vas a ser sabia.
I will no longer pursue research like a typical scholar, but I have not completely given up on my relationship to knowledge either.
Un pequeño error en el juego. Abajo del nombre de Setaria dice, todavía sigue diciendo erudita.
I can see what you're saying now.
What do you mean?
I plan to leave the academia and return to teach here in the desert.
Chido. Common Desert W, I guess.
Wow, so you want to become a teacher?
Sataria will return to support education here and teach people from the desert. She can't teach everyone on her own, but there are many of us Eremites all over Sumeru. She came to discuss a collaboration with me and hoped that I could bring her ideas to the Eremites.
Básicamente se van a crear su propia academia a este paso.
Yes, it's my hope
Las
that the
diferencias nunca
Eremites
van a
can help
dejar de
me select
existir.
a group of smart people with the best aptitude for teaching. I'll teach them, and after they've finished learning from me, they can go educate more people. That is the true meaning of education and the spreading of knowledge.
The people of King Deshret suffer from sandstorms, exile, and ignorance. Miss Sataria is more than welcome to come teach here. Her arrival is like a star shining in the desert night. The stars have always guided caravans, thieves, soldiers, and travelers who get lost in the night. They lead those in the dark out of trouble and back to safety.
Pregúntele a los Reyes Magos.
Oh, please. Where's all of this coming from? I'm starting to feel a little embarrassed.
You deserve these compliments. Mercenaries are accustomed to danger and don't fear death, which is why we recognize extraordinary actions that common people would easily overlook.
Setaria's idea will bring much good to many people.
At first, I feared it was destined to fail. Everyone knows that the academia doesn't allow scholars to teach in the desert without permission. As you know, all knowledge is under their surveillance and control, and very few desert dwellers are as lucky as me.
Y eso es algo que probablemente nunca va a cambiar.
But what I heard at that time has been haunting my heart, as if there were lightning bolts constantly bombarding my soul. Sataria, you tread a treacherous path, and the longer you ignore it, the tighter the academia's grasp on you will become. Sataria, why haven't you gone home? Never forget that the desert that belongs to you lies elsewhere.
Miss.
These words sparked something in me, and I knew that I had to bring something back to my people after going home. I gathered up the courage to approach the Grand Sage, only to find that he was no longer at the academia. Lord Sino told me that Azar didn't belong there anymore.
Por supuesto que no, él ya está 50 metros bajo tierra.
Azar has received much needed punishment. Though, if you ask me, it may have been too light.
Así es.
You probably have already heard.
Así es.
Lord Sino helped me obtain permission to leave the academia for the desert, and accompanied me here to discuss collaboration with members of the Eremites. My plan was able to go smoothly thanks to him and Rahman.
You're all doing so much for the desert.
Sí, ojalá que el desierto sepa apreciar esa ayuda que están recibiendo.
Aside from that, I also have some other business to discuss with Sino.
Lesser Lord Kusanali has allocated many resources to support and develop the desert. I've done some business for her, and part of it required the assistance of the Eremites. I applied for a few batches of educational materials from the academia, and sent them to several groups in the desert, as instructed by Lesser Lord Kusanali. I believe the people will make good use of them.
Ojalá, sí, no, ojalá. No es que desconfíe, pero he hecho un proyecto, bueno, sí, proyecto relacionado a la educación rural. Y créeme que hay muchas barreras por las cuales la educación no ha avanzado tanto allí. Más que nada culturales y falta de recursos. Pero mayoritariamente son culturales.
That's exactly what the people here need. Physical books and other related items. If it weren't for Sino and Lesser Lord Kusanali, I'm afraid we'd never be able to get our hands on them.
Apart from this, the academia is also recruiting scholars that are willing to teach in the desert. I'll let you and Satarian know as soon as I have any more news. We must be persistent about this, and maintain these resources to ensure long-term effectiveness.
This is the first time in hundreds of years we've had a glimmer of hope. I think this may be the turning point for the desert.
Ojalá y que no quede en promesas incumplidas.
Remember these words. Here lies our faithful priest, Kasala. His wisdom is a miracle among the people, deserving of high praise and admiration. I hope people with wisdom like that priest will rise again among the desert dwellers. Then we'll once again see the wisdom and glory that once shook the world.
Enough about us. Are you here to discuss some business too?
No, not at all. We're actually here on behalf of Nilu.
Sí.
Nilu wanted to write to everyone, but she wasn't sure where the letters should be sent, so she asked us to come find everyone personally. A celebration feast will be held in 2 days at the Grand Bazaar. She hopes that all of you will be able to attend.
Por favor, Paimon, no digas que es porque Sino se ha convertido en el gran sabio de nuevo.
At the feast, we'll also be celebrating Sino's reinstatement as General Mahamatra.
Paimon, eres un imbécil.
Although, judging from your appearance, it seems you've already been reinstated. Paimon thought you would only start working for the academia after the feast.
Celebration? Feast?
No tenías ni idea, ¿verdad? Paimon, ¿para qué hablas?
It's the first I've heard of it.
Tainari was right. He really didn't know.
This feast is for you, Sino. Sounds to me like you'll have to be there.
It's rare to see that kind of expression from Lord Sino. You must not like feasts very much.
No, not really. But I'll go.
Ustedes dos también están invitados.
Well, I still have a lot to handle here. Besides, I need to look after Miss Sataria in the desert, so I'll have to pass.
I'm afraid I won't be able to join you. Although, if you'd be so kind, please give a message to Miss Nilu for me. The message is, I'm sorry for how I treated you before, but now I understand the beauty of your dance. It's like a light shining in the sky. You and the art you symbolize are not only beautiful, but also lively and powerful, so much so that it was prohibited. Please keep dancing, and someday, I'll be able to appreciate your art in person.
Okay, we've got all that down.
Haremos que tu mensaje llegue a Nilo.
Our job here is complete as well. Oh, Sino, remember, party's in 2 days. Make sure you're there.
2 días, ni uno más ni uno menos.
Got it.
Chévere. Agrada que nos entendamos. Ahora sí, esperar que comience el banquete 2 días después, a las 7 de la noche, por lo que parece.
Today's the big day. Let's go to the Grand Bazaar and see how the celebration's coming along.
Dirijámonos al Gran Bazar, de seguro absolutamente nada malo va a suceder. Y podremos acabar de una vez con la aventura de Sumeru, el pick de este juego de momento. Bueno, de hecho creo que es el pick porque no tengo mucha fe en el país que nos trajo el PSG a la existencia. Terminemos con esta aventura cerrándola con broche de oro, plata, cobre y cualquier otro mineral no tóxico que pueda existir. Y ahí está toda la gang unida. Bueno, casi toda. Falta Tiznar y Coley, pero se entiende.
Everybody's already here. Looks like we're the last ones to arrive.
You're here.
Ah, there you are.
Hello.
Well, look who finally decided to show up.
You look
Disculpen
like
la
you came here
demora.
immediately after finishing up some work. I'm very happy to see you here.
But we're not late, are we? It's just that everyone else arrived ahead of time.
Aquí están equivocados, si se lo digo como un hermano. Yo no soy quien llega tarde. Ustedes llegan muy temprano. Grande
I
Héctor
propose
Lavoe.
that the last one who arrived be put in charge of today's speeches.
De mis cantantes de salsa favoritos, junto con Joey Arroyo. De hecho, los únicos dos cantantes de salsa que tolero.
Nah, there won't be any speeches today.
Oh, really? Well, even better.
Come join us over here. Let's share some great food and drinks. And
Everything looks quite good.
¿Sí?
Wow. Paimon can't wait. Traveler, just look at all the delicious food here.
Banquete de celebración, gran juez, va como la cera. Cuina esta deliciosa decoración en lugares espléndida. Todos disfrutan de la comida y la bebida antes de participar en la actuación que prepararon Nilu y los demás. El tiempo discurre sin contemplación en una velada maravillosa y de ensueño.
Wow. It's so delicious. Oh, this grilled meat tastes amazing.
the food was specially prepared for you by everyone in the Grand Bazaar. And we have gifts that were sent by the residents of Sumeru City when they heard we were holding a feast. Everyone that came said that you saved Sumeru, and wanted me to thank you all on their behalf.
Ah, feels kinda nice to be seen as a hero. I could get used to this.
Being a bodyguard is also a hero's job. You've always been amazing, Dia.
My lady sure has a way with words. Thanks. I'm glad to hear it.
And I'm happy to meet everyone that participated in the great plan.
Don't mention it.
Come to think of it, we've really done something impressive together. It's unbelievable.
Hands down a los escritores de ese plan. De verdad, se mamaron. Fue cine.
We owe it to our abilities. And luck.
Mucha suerte. Plot armor.
Why do I remember everybody thinking that luck was against us and feeling like we hardly had a chance of succeeding?
Menos mal que Bennett no nos estaba acompañando.
That's how I remember it too.
Aunque lo usé una vez nomás.
It's luck that brought us together, and it was luck that let us form a team. Then, it took even more luck for us to formulate a plan and implement it successfully. Moreover, judging from the results, everything worked out well.
Yeah. Everyone gave it their all when it mattered most. It was almost like a performance. We took the stage and put on our best show.
Esto es escritura 101 para todos ustedes, compañeros que escriben.
Everyone played their part. And thanks to everyone's efforts, the performance was a great success.
So, would you say we're good actors too?
Es que es un talento innato de mi parte.
It's such a blessing that Lesser Lord Kusanali was able to return to power at the Academia.
Yes, even after being abandoned and neglected so many times, she's finally returned.
Aguanta, ¿cómo que regresó a la academia? ¿Cómo que estaba abandonada y rechazada?
Uh-huh. Lesser Lord Kusanali once used all her power in a great disaster, which resulted in her losing all her wisdom and memories of the past. The Academia basically abandoned her because of it.
¿Ya?
This should be something everybody should remember. Huh? You look surprised. I didn't say anything wrong, did I?
No, everything you said is correct.
That's good.
Something wrong?
Yeah, what's with that face? You knew all of this already.
No, no es nada. Tenía la mente en otra parte. Estaba pensando justamente qué es lo que iba a decir cuando termine esta cinemática y ya pongan que te acabaste de la misión de Sumeru.
Even if those two giants of the academia are here, I still have to say it. Those sages really have some nerve. 500 years ago, Lesser Lord Kusanali used all her power for the people of Sumeru. And what did they do in return?
Absolutamente nada. Parece que tras haber olvidado Rukarebata, la visión que tiene la gente sobre el Sumeru ya no es la misma. ¿Quién chucha es Rukarebata? Me estoy perdiendo algo de lore, ¿verdad? Ah, ella es Rukarebata. Vale. Ya entiendo lo que está sucediendo, ya entiendo lo que está tratando de decirme el juego que tengo que hacer. Ahora todos creen que la reina menor Kusanali ha sido siempre la única arconte de Sumeru. Quizás yo sea la única persona que sobre la fase de Teyvat que recuerda a la reina mayor Rukarebata. Como único testigo de todo lo sucedido, respetaré su decisión y guardaré su secreto.
If you bite the hand that feeds you, don't act surprised when it turns into a knuckle sandwich, right, Sino?
Puedo comprobarlo por cuenta propia. En serio, nunca hagan eso. Ni de manera literal. Tenía 5 años, ¿ok?
Of Lesser Lord Kusanali calls for a more severe punishment.
Con la tontería me golpeó el ojo sin querer.
You could simply tell Lesser
Recreación.
Lord Kusanali that you wish to have Azar and his accomplices severely punished.
I respect our deity's decision and won't interfere in any way. While we're on this topic, why didn't you accept the Academia's invitation to become the Grand Sage?
Are you trying to say that I'm fit to be a sage?
Not at all. But every person handling the selection process has said that you are the most suitable candidate to lead the Academia right now.
Why? Because he dethroned Azar from power?
Posiblemente sea héroe biases.
Could you try to put it another way? This is a good thing, yet you're making it sound like I overthrew Azar for my own personal gain.
A ver, ¿es que eso no es verdad acaso?
But seriously though, I always wondered if you had some personal motives behind it.
I did have my own motive, but it had nothing to do with being a sage. If the rules of our nation were suddenly cast by the wayside, then it wouldn't be long until chaos ensued. I had no intention of letting their dreams disrupt my life.
By that, you mean your life working as the Academia's scribe.
Precisely.
Wait, is that all?
So, that's the only reason why you joined us and came up with all those plans?
Para vivir una vida tranquila, eso me suena muy de Kira Yoshikage. Y eso que a ti te comparan con Kakyoin por tu Emerald Splash, que recuerden, no one can just deflect the Emerald Splash.
It's reason enough.
You've certainly got quite the personality.
You flatter me.
All right then. How about you? You've already resumed work as the General Mahamatra, right?
That's right.
Will you be happy with that life?
It's not about being happy. There are merely a lot of things that I must do.
Pero te gusta hacer lo que haces, ¿no?
Even so, keep your spirits up and try to be happy, okay? And try to smile more every day, just like I'm doing now.
Tener un pasatiempo no esto tiene por qué malograr tu rendimiento en el trabajo. Es algo que los jefes deben entender.
Thank you. I'll keep that in mind.
Habla con todos en el banquete. Vale, hablemos primero con Alhacén. Orden alfabético, ¿les parece? Alhacén, Sino, Deya, Nilo.
I seldom participate in such lively gatherings, but the atmosphere here is quite good.
Y yo pensaba que te ibas a aburrir.
No. This gathering today has a unique meaning. The Grand Bazaar is lively because the people here feel happiness from the bottom of their hearts, unlike the farces at the Academia. That happiness is an emotion that'll be forever alien to those bookworms who have driven themselves insane by studying.
Sí, no me imagino esa clase de vida. Que debería tenerla, pero no la tengo.
I seem to have taken both keys when I left the house.
Como que ambas llaves.
Oh well.
Sí, no es como si Cabe fuera a cortar la puerta con una sierra y encerrarse él solito fuera de la casa. No creo que sea tan estúpido. Bueno, hablamos ya con Al-Haytham, hablemos ahora con Sino. Con nuestro compadre Sino. De verdad sí que es chato.
The atmosphere here is good, and everything is delicious.
Debes sentirte raro en un sitio tan animado.
Yeah, I don't often come to such places, but it feels quite good. I have a lot to handle these days, Otherwise, I could show you around.
Está bien, no te preocupes por nosotros.
There's always next time. We're friends after all.
Así es, si no.
This feast is pretty good. I like it.
Siempre hay otra vez. Siempre hay otra vez. Hablando de otras veces,
My lady, the grilled meat over there is delicious. Have you tried it?
Yes, I also tried some fruit just now. Oh, what an amazing place to relax. No wonder everybody likes to rest at the Grand Bazaar.
You said it. Oh, look who else is here.
Hello. Oh, I'm so happy Nilu invited everybody. Oh, now I have the chance to meet all the heroes.
un placer. Estamos encantados de poder asistir.
Hey, less of that polite chit-chat and more eating and drinking. The feast is about having fun, not stuffy formalities.
Tiene razón, tiene razón. Ahora con Nilu. Esto puede ser incómodo o puede ser no incómodo. Es conversaciones
there you are,
champaña, I
traveler.
guess.
Well, how is it? Are you enjoying the feast today? If there's anything you're unhappy with, just let me know.
Todo está chido.
I'll be sure to take note of it.
Muchas gracias.
That's good. It's the first time I've ever invited so many exceptional people to one place. I was a little nervous myself. You see, every guest here is quite extraordinary. It's unbelievable that we've got everyone together here. Almost like a fairy tale. Make sure you live it up tonight. I'll be happy as long as you're enjoying yourselves.
Lee este mensaje de esta talla, Nilu. Ah, verdad, el mensaje de esta talla,
Honored to
Nilu. Ya me
have her
está
think of
preocupando.
me this way. If I have a chance in the future, I would really like to invite her to one of my performances. I can't explain why, but I just feel elated right now. Thank you.
De nada. Cinemática final. ¡Ey! ¡Aire, despierta!
Your head is starting to
¡Despierta, concha tu madre! ¡No te duermas! ¡Estamos en una fiesta! ¡No te duermas! ¡Todavía no estamos en la parte de la resaca! Siento que podría dormirme en cualquier momento. ¿Cómo es eso? Ni siquiera hemos tomado ni una copa de vino. Bueno, ni siquiera acá hay vino. Esto es cerveza. Y puneña encima.
Hey, you can't just fall asleep here. Paimon will go find
Yeah.
something delicious for you to eat. You wake up once you put something yummy in.
¿Tú crees? Mientras no sea chicha de jora estarás bien. Que esa wea me dio una gastritis bien fea.
Of course. Just wait here for Paimon.
Si van a tomar chicha de jora, tómenla al instante. No la guarden en el congelador unos días después. Peor error de mi vida. Bueno, ni tanto. Top 20, de seguro. Sea que anoche no dormí bien. Quizás sea que estoy demasiado lleno. ¿Eh? ¿Ya ven ahí? Estamos en una parte creepypasta.
It's me.
Ah, Najira, ya me estabas asustando. Por un momento pensé que aparecería el ayato de los creepypastas detrás mío. Najira, nuestras conciencias volvieron a conectar.
You may blame me for being a bit too self-indulgent. I was thinking about talking with you, and the next thing I knew, I had made a connection with you. The connection between us is amazing. It's like flora and the fence it grows upon.
¿Hay algo en lo que necesites ayuda?
I heard there's an amazing celebration feast today at the Grand Bazaar. I wanted to have a look for myself, so I snuck in. Lately, I've been so busy dealing with all the fallout from recent events, so I really haven't had any free time. Although you've already helped me with a lot, there's still one more thing I hope you can help me with.
¿Ya? ¿Qué es lo que quieres que haga?
Please say thank you to everyone for me.
Ah, eso puedo hacerlo. Así que eso es lo que quieres, Najira. Es mejor que lo hagas tú misma en persona.
Oh, is it not convenient for you to do that for me?
Hay ciertas cosas en esta vida que solo puedes hacer por tu cuenta.
But if I just show up all of a sudden, people will become all quiet and stiff, won't they?
Ni siquiera sé qué significa cohibida. La madre, ¿cuántos viajes al diccionario estoy haciendo en esta suerte de cinemática? Cohibida, que se cohíbe y se muestra vergonzoso y tímido. Vale, ¿no les llega la moral cuando buscan una palabra en el diccionario y te dice la misma palabra, pero en verbo. Eso llega bastante a la moral. Rae, qué chucha. Por eso es que hay tanta gente que se está creando su propio idioma.
What if I end up scaring them and ruining this wonderful feast? That'd be the last thing I want. Let me think about it. Okay,
¿Ya te decidiste?
yes, I have.
Me alegro de... ¡Wow!
You said I should go thank everyone as myself, right? So, I've decided to borrow your body for the time being. Please don't blame me. The flora also climbs up to the fence to get closer to the sky.
Sí, Rosy, defiéndeme, por favor. Acaban de poseer mi usuario de stand. Bueno, de hecho, así sería, ¿no? Yo soy el stand y Aider sería el usuario, ¿no? Así es la dinámica, ¿verdad? Como sea, me acaban de quitar. No tengo usuario de stand, Rosy. Ayuda, por favor. Entonces prométeme que no harás nada raro con mi cuerpo. O bueno, con el cuerpo del usuario de stand. Ya, cinemática. Cinemática por fin.
Everyone. Are you awake now? Paimon was just about to bring you the food. It's me. Huh? That voice. Nahida?
Hold up, what's going on?
I didn't expect to have a conversation with the consciousness of Lesser Lord Kusanali in the Grand Bazaar. Interesting. Is this also a part of the feast?
Diría que sí, pero tomó el cuerpo sin contrato.
No, of course not. Are you Lesser Lord Kusanali?
No, esa la reina menor Kusanali en el cuerpo de Aider.
Hello, Nilu.
You know who I am?
Yes, I already know every one of you. Nilu, Alhaitham, Sino, Dia, Paimon, and Dunyarzad.
Lesser Lord Kusanali?
I took the liberty of occupying the traveler's body so that I could thank all of you in person.
Son $5 por cada 30 minutos de uso.
Thank you so much for rescuing me, even if that meant placing your own safety in peril and taking the risk of becoming enemies with the academia, the sages, the doctor, the balladeer, and even the entirety of Sumeru. Without you, without any of you, I would have been in a much more difficult situation. Had you not helped me to resolve the crisis, not only I, but Sumeru and even the entirety of Tevat would have suffered great misfortune. People refer to you as the heroes who managed to rescue a god. I'm quite fond of this name. It not only explains your identities, but also bears witness to your relationship with me.
Lo único que no me gusta es el que el nombre sea demasiado largo.
Please, allow me to present to you my most sincere gratitude.
Lesser Lord Kusanali, you have done so much for Sumeru, and I didn't even have a chance to do anything for you.
Dunyarzad, the suffering you endured during your illness is also proof of you being with me and praying for me. Thank you.
You don't need to be so ceremonious. It's always been my duty to protect you.
This is how the relationship between the Academia and Dendro Archon should be. We just did what was necessary and set things back on the right path.
You're an Archon, but you act so humble. You really don't need to be so polite with us.
I'm honored to have been able to take part in this plan. I hoped you liked the dance I dedicated to you.
Thank you, all of you. Thank you so much.
¿Ves? Lo que yo te dije. A todo el mundo le alegró verte. Y menos mal tengo otra vez al usuario de stand a mi control.
Yeah.
Nacion y turbió organizó en el apogeo del banquete, sin comerlo ni beberlo. Los corazones de todos los presentes se vieron inundados de intensa alegría. Casi me atoro mientras hablo. Entre risas y agradables conversaciones, el día culminó para dar su bienvenida a la noche. Pero si ya estábamos de noche. Y así, el banquete finalizó, dejando a sus asistentes con la mejor de las sensaciones. Al día siguiente.
Are you awake? Did you rest well?
Creo que sí, dormí bastante bien.
After Nahida left, you ate a lot of food. You've become a glutton.
A ti nadie te supera en glotonería.
That just means you still have a lot to learn from Master Paimon, the Sage of
Ya se cree alguien de los pecados capitales.
Should we go and have a chat with Nahida?
Tal vez
She
sí.
should be in the academia right about now. If you have any questions, now's your chance to ask.
Verdad, siempre en estas misiones se tiene que hacer preguntas a los arcontes. Pero creo que ya lo hicimos antes, ¿no? Creo que ya lo hicimos antes. Ve al santuario Surastana. ¿Dónde está el santuario Surastana? Está por acá, ¿no?